What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Minimal Health Form series. So today we're working with a very basic but very effective movement, the lunge. We don't have our trusty red stick with us because all you need for this one is body weight. So some keys here: anything leg driven, you're always putting that tension on the heels. In this case, since you're alternating legs, whatever the front leg is the heel you're going to be driving off. And with this one, like anything leg based, we want to do everything we can, which is what we're going to show you today, to keep the tension off the knees so you can do these for the long term. Squats, lunges get bad raps because people end up with knee issues. The only reason they end up with knee issues is because they've been doing them improperly for a long time. So do them properly, you're gonna get a lot out of these, you're gonna burn a ton of calories. The legs are the biggest muscles in the body. So training them hard and training them often is super important for burning fat, maintaining fat loss, not just in that short term, but for the long term, and then obviously adding muscle and tone and then flexibility, preventing injury, all these good things. So very important, you do not skip legs, gentlemen. So let's go ahead and start moving through these. We're gonna do alternating reverse lunges. Lots of different ways to do lunges. We do them walking sometimes as well, but alternating reverse lunges you can do in place at home, again with just body weight. Very simple. So what you'll note here is that when she's stepping back, she's keeping some width or some distance between the legs, so she's not stepping one on top of the other, one right behind the other. Especially when you start adding weight, this is super important, because if you are stepping too closely behind each leg, it's going to throw you off balance. You're not going to be able to perform these correctly. So go ahead and let's go from the side, show that side angle. Now this is where the form gets super important, and that she's creating 90-degree angles with her legs, right? Doing so is going to keep all the pressure on the glutes, on the hamstrings, on the quads, and off the knees. Do not stride too short, okay? Very important. Of course, the posture with her upper body is always pulled back, opened up, and she's trying to keep that perpendicular to the ground at all times. She's not arching necessarily, it's just a straight line with the back. Okay, so the last point we want to make on the lunge is a point we made with the squats as well. You may have the tendency, especially as you tire out, to let that back knee, as she drops it down, start to cave in. And again, the big muscles are on the inside of the leg, so when you tire out, it's kind of natural for that to happen, but we don't want to let that happen just because that's a tendency. So it's not necessarily that you're moving the knee visibly out, you're just keeping the tension out, which is going to help the glutes kick in, and again, keep all the pressure on the big muscles rather than putting tension on the knee. You do this 10 times, 100 times incorrectly, you might not feel anything, but after years of doing this incorrectly, you will have some knee issues. I've gone through it. I learned the lesson the hard way. So keep the tension out with your squats, keep the tension out with your lunges, be mindful of your knees.
Another thing I like to do is when I'm doing my lunges is look in a mirror. So if you're at the gym, you know, if you can do them in front of a mirror, that helps me, because I do struggle with this left knee and that coming in, especially as I start to tire out, and then I feel pain. So I noticed that just by thinking and focusing on that left leg and thinking about keeping that knee out and not letting it come in, I alleviate that problem. So
yeah, keep the tension where you need it, keep the pressure off the knees. Those are your key points for lunges. Let us know what you thought. Share this with a friend that needs some help, and we'll see you guys on the next one.